In the reentry simulations is a very good depiction of what folks that are coming out of incarceration, particularly those that may have been in for a long period of time, the barriers that they encounter. Primarily, the first one is just getting an ID. I would also ask them to keep in mind that the STAR unit is working with individuals who have serious and persistent mental illness. So on top of all those struggles of trying to get things accomplished in the community after release and trying to make that transition into a world that may have left you behind in many aspects, they need to be, actively engaged with mental health services. I would like for them to think about all of those barriers, and they can also think of just the barriers that we have, folks that who haven't been incarcerated, who don't have a criminal record, all the barriers that we face in life, trying to get an appointment to see a doctor, trying to get an appointment to see mental health or treatment if you need it, trying to get a driver's license at the DMV. I mean, there's just a lot, trying to maneuver, knowing where to go for services, to get insurance, to get, my goodness, to find housing, to find an apartment, to find a house. I mean, all of those things are struggles, and folks that don't have the added criminal record, being incarcerated and not having access and being able to keep up with what's going on the outside world, and don't have serious mental illness. We all have our struggles. Think about compounding our struggles and our access to things that are important to us and things that we need, times that by 100. We're all human. We all make mistakes, and we're all worthy of second chances.
I think the number one barrier is a lot of guys are just dealing with addiction. And so if that's part of your past and you don't have a support network or treatment options, that type of thing, when you get out, the deck is definitely stacked against you. But it's difficult for anybody, even people with a support system. I think that every inmate has feelings that the general population, everybody in this country feels. Sometimes you doubt your self-worth, your abilities, that type of thing. But for guys that come out of custody, it's magnified. And going to a job interview and discussing your record, and you're getting validation for a lot of the things you're thinking inside about those self-doubts in the eyes of the person that's interviewing you, trying to talk about your past, and inmates accept that. Guys that have seriously rehabilitated and want to start over and do something better with their lives, they understand that they're going to have to face those types of things, but it still makes the situation difficult, because you might know in your heart that you've changed, that you're not the person that you were, but you have to convince everybody. And you have to find somebody willing to employ you. You have to find somebody willing to let you, rent a piece of their property to live. There's just a lot of hoops that you have to jump through. And you're already, like I said, I think it's part of the human condition that everybody has times in their life where they doubt their abilities, doubt their worth, doubt whether they're going to make it.
They used to just open the gate and you would be released. And, some people, they didn't have nowhere to go, and that's what, we would watch them and we would cry, because we would know, so many females were not making it off of Bragg Street. They would either go missing, they would overdose, they would be abducted. There was different things would happen. once I got my head on straight and the reality of would things have changed years ago with me, had somebody even cared, had somebody of, because I didn't know, like I told you, I didn't even know I was an addict till I was too far gone, but I spoke to him and he seemed like his mind was blown. They're calling us, repeat offenders and stuff. We're not really repeating anything other than survival, because we get out and every door shuts in our face, and there's no one wants to hire us, and we don't have transportation, we don't have IDs. I mean, we don't. It's hard. I mean, it's really hard. It's hard to be in the world and never left it, and maintain employment and a place to live and all that, but much less just you've been gone and just get thrown out here, go. People have compassion for animals that are abandoned. What's the difference than someone being released?
I mean, it begins with honestly meeting with the justice-involved individuals that we're going to be working directly with, and again, working directly with them, handing someone a piece of paper and say, these are all the things that you have to do when you're released from prison, when they may have been there for 20, 30 years, maybe even 5. Things change quickly in just 5 years. But giving an individual a piece of paper and saying, these are all the things you're required to do, you have to go get a job, you have to do this, you have to do that, it's almost impossible.
Right.
It's extremely hard to maneuver through all of these requirements in life when you have not been incarcerated for a period of time and you don't have a criminal record attached to you, and you're trying to make these changes in the community. Just working with them and identifying their individual needs, because we are all different and we all have different needs, and we all approach the things that we have to accomplish in life or need to accomplish or want to accomplish. We approach those all differently, and we all have different strengths, and we all have different areas in our life that can use improvement. So making sure that the focus of what we're doing centers around the individual that we are working with and providing the service. The model and the structure of our STAR program is that we would get our team would get a referral from the Department of Adult Corrections for individuals who have serious mental illness and are ready to be released from a DAC being the Department of Adult Corrections, being released from a DAC facility in the next 90 days. So, our program, we are supposed to be getting referrals that 90 days prior to release from a DAC facility. And then as soon as we get that referral, we collect all the information that we can using all the records we have access to. We contact the DAC facility and make arrangements to either meet in person or virtually, whichever is the practice of that DAC facility. And we begin immediately meeting with those members, developing our relationship, starting to identify some immediate needs upon release that we can start working with, start working to get linkage to immediately. And then also, as we meet with, talk to, and develop our relationship, we do case management, comprehensive assessments. We develop a 90-day transition plan. All of these things are done in advance of the day they walk out of the facility.
I mean, it's almost self-gratification, I'm just love to be able to help someone, but I've been that person. I've been that person, and maybe but I guess the thing is, maybe when they're ready to give up on themselves, maybe I won't. You know, like where I gave up on me, maybe I can, you know, maybe I can be strong enough to pull them through and show them that there is hope and there's a brighter side. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, so I mean, my passion is, I mean, every one of these people is a Donna. So every Donna I encounter, like, maybe I can help that one from falling. Where I fail and where I give up, you know, maybe I can bridge them on over till they can, you know, believe in themselves again. You know, just having someone there, someone that believes in you, and someone that can tell you, hey, I've been there. You know, I've been there and now I'm here, and I'm here to help you get here. Trillium saved my life. Trillium funded me to get the mental health that I had never had. You know, Trillium, and to work for Trillium now, and to be the first one with my record that they hired, y'all, that's like history. And so, with that being said, anytime y'all have anything like this, that y'all need someone to talk for Trillium, hey, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for them.